Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Seneca College. We're very pleased to have so many of you with us today. We know people will be drifting in and out, and so it's great to have you here. My name is, well, actually, I've got two name tags. One says I'm Bill Humber, and one says I'm William Humber. So I kind of like having, those two identities. I will be your MC for the day's festivities. Just to give you a bit of what our intent is today, we have a long-running contribution agreement with Environment Canada, the Federal Department of the Environment and Climate Change. And essentially our task as Seneca College is to develop a process, an educational process, best environmental practices, looking at the three areas, which I know you're all fairly comfortable with, perchloroethylene, which I will stumble, I'm going to call it perc from now on, and wet cleaning, secondly, and other solvents as well. So what we viewed today as an opportunity to kind of collect as much wisdom on these topics as we can, to actually package what we do today, along with what we were able to tape yesterday, and we want to be able eventually to package this into a 1.5 to 2 hour webinar available in French and English to the dry cleaning community throughout Canada and beyond for those who might be interested. So today's a bit of a, I don't want to call it a dry run, but in a sense it is. We were very aware that 5 or 6 hours of talking heads at the front of the room, moving back and forth, could be pretty deadly for anybody watching. So we want to be in a position to package all of this into a more appropriate package of information. So that's the intent today. If we have any glitches, we can easily edit those out at a later time, which is kind of the wisdom of what we're trying to do. I wanted to invite a couple of people to come up and welcome you as well, and then I'll go through some of the additional details that we need to provide you with. So I'm going to ask my good friend Jean Bilodeau to come up. Jean, many years ago, he won't tell you how many, was a Director General in Environment Canada in Ottawa, currently lives in Gatineau, and has provided some extraordinary background today for us for this event. Jean?
Thank you, Bill. Merci. Je suis un collègue et un ami de Bill depuis plusieurs années, comme on dit. J'aimerais souhaiter la bienvenue à tout le monde. Mon temps à Environnement Canada, c'est il y a à peu près 12-13 ans. J'ai passé à peu près 15 ans à Environnement Canada. On a travaillé ensemble et on a travaillé ensemble par la suite. Alors, j'aimerais souhaiter la bienvenue à tout le monde. Ceux qui ne sont pas nécessairement adéquats en français peuvent utiliser le système de traduction simultanée. Alors, gênez-vous pas. On a le système. Alors, j'aimerais souhaiter la bienvenue à tout le monde à ce symposium-là sur les meilleures pratiques gestion environnementale pour les nettoyeurs à sec. Merci, Bill.
Merci, Jean. Thank you very much. So we have a component of today. We are going to be translating. We're transcribing. We've got an extraordinary team of transcribers in the front row here. We have an extraordinary team of French language translators in the back who are working with us. And so this will all be neatly packaged, as it were, into a great package of information in both English and French for viewing at a later time. I'd now like to call upon the Executive Director of the Ontario Fabricaire Association, Sid Chelsky, to bring greetings on behalf of the OFA, perhaps to say a few words about some other aspects of it. As you see, nimble Sid has not bothered with the stairs. He's come directly to us. I can't do that. I have the remnants of old man's disease called gout in my foot. So the easier I take it, the better off I am. But Sid, obviously, you're much younger and better looking than me. Take it away.
Isn't that the rich man's disease? Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to express on behalf of the Ontario Fabric Care Association, our proud partnership with Seneca College and with Environment Canada and climate change. This has proven to be a benefit to all of us. And the more we can share all the good things that we've been able to put together and to enable us to provide the best practices, environmental practices for dry cleaning and wet cleaning industry throughout our country, the better it'll be for everybody. As well, I'd like to express an invitation to any of those who are not members of our association to consider membership. I do have applications with me if you want. We believe that we represent the best in the industry. We promote the best to our members, and we keep you informed as to what's going on with regulations. We try to be your voice whenever there's a potential problem. We work to solve as many problems as we can. On the lighter side, I mentioned it to Bill earlier. I don't know any dry cleaner that provides wooden hangers. Yeah, I think he took that from my wife's cupboard or something, that picture. Anyway, again, if you need to ask any questions about our association, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. And again, thank you to Bill for putting all the effort, him and his crew, to get this symposium going. And thank you again.
Thank you very much, Sid and Jean. Now, one of the things that we've said that we're going to do today is kind of our first opportunity to display publicly the videos that we have produced on the three methods of dry cleaning that we're focusing on in today's seminar. So we view these, maybe the best way to put it is, we view these videos as 98.5% of the way there. That means if you see something or hear something that you feel we need to correct or edit or otherwise improve, let us know. This is kind of a last opportunity. You're our bellwether for that. So we're going to start with everybody's, I'm very reluctant as an outsider to say the notorious Perk, but Perk has quite a reputation in the dry cleaning industry. So one of our challenges was producing videos that fairly represent where that sits in the dry cleaning industry. So what we'll be doing in the room is rolling the video in English. Our translators will actually be translating that into French on our webinar, because this is actually going out across Canada in a webinar format. Our translators are making this available in the French language for that audience that is turning in. They will also have access and be able to view the French language version of the video in Perk. So perhaps without further ado, now just a couple of housekeeping things. I think probably pretty well everyone is aware. The washrooms are just down. You walk out of this room, they're just on your right. Incredibly, we actually have on a Sunday a Starbucks open upstairs, but we do have coffee, tea, juices over here. If you haven't had a chance to register with our folks out the front, don't go rushing out right now, but please make sure that you do that before the end of the day. We will be providing a light lunch later in the day. I don't think there's anything else. You probably heard that we have an imminent, we hope it doesn't happen, but it quite possibly will, strike at the college of our faculty union. Originally, they were scheduled to go out today, and I've been telling everyone that is their deep and abiding respect for the dry cleaning industry that they put that off for a day. So, yeah, we're deeply appreciative of that. Which makes tomorrow kind of miserable for those of us who work here, but that's life, as they say, in the big college. So And the other thing I'm telling him, this may be the last ever full-time day academic event held in the college, well, at least until the strike situation is resolved. So perhaps without further ado, I'm going to ask our AV whizzes at the back to hit it with regards to our video on PERC.